Good morning, my friends. This is Dr. Turi, and we are March the 11th today. And what I'm going to do today is to talk about Mercury retrograde because it is such an important information that can save your life. Um, you know, first of all, Mercury is a tiny little planet that evolves around the sun really fast. In Greek mythology, it's called the messengers of the god. He regulates anything and everything that dwell with communication and transportation. It is seen as that god who has wings on his heels. So anything that moves, every moving part, cars, computers, washer, dryer, telephone, gonna have a problem. I already experienced it with my car. And each time Mercury is retrograde, somebody run into my bumper or mess up my door or God knows what. Just be very careful. Now, it regulates everything and everything that has to do also with airports and airplane transportation. And the sad reality, it's tragic. It really is. We had 3 fatal crashes during this Mercury retrograde movement. And what's interesting, of course, you're going to have a lot of outages. And in fact, Venezuela is suffering a tremendous power outage with 400 million people out of power. That is normal when Mercury is retrograde. And of course, that is also perfect recipe for all the talking heads out there that are into conspiracy who believe it's the government who is doing all this mess. And they're going to send you to concentration camps. Oh my God. It's the stars that are manipulated by the reptilians. And again, that's perfect food for those people who do not have cosmic consciousness, who are poisoning the mind of millions of people, who have learned over the years to trust the information because nobody like me was there to start to make them think and make me hate it in the process. Let me tell you a little story here. When I got married, I said to my family, hey guys, if you're going to come here, you better tell me when you're coming, and I don't want you to take that plane unless you tell me, you follow the dates I'm going to give you. Now, they said, okay. So I give them the perfect date. The next day, all over the world, millions of people got stuck in airports. Imagine their frustration because of the Icelandic volcano that erupted. I knew it, I saw it coming, and I certainly didn't want my family, my brothers and sisters, to suffer such a headache. Oh, they believe me now a little bit more than what they used to when it comes to the cosmic code jurisdictions. Now, as always, there is an article, okay, on the internet, which is called, on my blog, which is called Mercury Retrograde Do and Don't. Please go there. And as always, read. If you are a visual, you're gonna understand me better than just watch this video. It's important for you to investigate and to read all the detail, the do and don'ts when Mercury is retrograde, because there are information out there that I'm offering you that are priceless. Now, imagine all the people currently that are stuck, okay, in airports because what happened with all the major international airlines that have grounded the 737 MAX 8. Imagine of all the millions of people, frustration. If they had access to this work, they could plan. They could plan. It is not always possible to plan or whenever you really want. You will plan because it's your day off, because it's your birthday, because you got a trip, a contract to sign. Hey, guess what? The stars don't care about you or me for that matter. You're going to get hurt. That's going to be costly. And you're going to be the lucky one if you survive it. Many people don't survive a Mercury retrograde situation. So I'm giving you the option for the entire 2019 or 2020 to have those windows. 3 times a year, you're going to have Mercury going backwards. It is not going backwards in the universe. It's an optical illusion, put it this way. It appears to be going backwards, but it is not. But it's certainly going to affect the computer of the whales, which are thinking that now that is the open ocean and they're going towards the beaches. Scientists are very educated, but they are educated morons. Sorry, you know me, I'm very honest. You can only love me or hate me for being the undiluted truth out there and to expose people and to expose the facts that I represent. So please, please read that newsletter. It's a must. Understand all that is taking place is already set by the cosmic code, and you can apply your will. Like Lucas asked me so many times, Dr. Turi, can we apply our will? You cannot apply your will if you're a robot, if you're not cosmic conscious. At least my work and those videos that I intend to do more in the future will help you to raise to a higher level. Sign up to my YouTube channel. Yesterday, I was supposed to do a video. As much as I was supposed to be on the air with this phenomenal guy that called me from Paris and apologized intensively because he messed up the time zone. He said, well, let's do it next Sunday. I will do that show next Sunday, wherever I will be, if I can be anywhere with my hip and my back killing me. Now, not only the show has been rescheduled, but also that YouTube video never took place. I spent, I don't know, an hour looking for that button that will allow me to make that video live. And I have done it a few times before with my webmaster, so I know what it is. The button was not there. The option was not there. Something magic, something very negative, or Mercury retrograde endorses and promoted and used and manipulated by the reptilians didn't want me to talk to you. So I realized, well, I'd be better off just doing it this way. And I'm going to do it this way from now on. So this way you can enjoy the work better by listening to me and following my guidance afterwards by learning much more and reading the article. Now, because Mercury is retrograde doesn't mean you cannot go anywhere, you cannot do anything. No. Wait a minute here. You remember positive, negative, up and down, black and white, the front and back, the reptilians, the draconis, God, devil, those two forces at work. I got to make sure I repeat myself so you understand. 2 eyes, 2 sides of the brain, 2 hands, you're symmetrical, the yin and yang. Okay, understand that every single planet or even Mercury retrograde can be used at your advantage. All you need to do is to be aware of what I'm saying. Pay attention. Honor the word science if you're a scientist. And I know you're watching me because you wonder how the hell I can predict those earthquakes and those tsunami so accurately. I know you're watching. Now, and so is the FBI. Now, you can use Mercury retrograde to reevaluate your past because people from the past will come back. If you make a plan, be sure it's going to be screwed up. If you want to go some places, there's going to be some work in your street or something, an accident, and all this pile of accident that took place. Lately and in the past, I took everything. I brought you back into the past so you can auto-analyze not only the news but also yourself. So you can use Mercury retrograde to reevaluate the situation because that's where people will falsify documentation. This is where you can bring more clarification to what happened, to what's going on. Put it this way, let me explain. It's like God, or you, because you were made in the image of God. Okay. You heard me in previous show that you are a God and you create your reality. You God is getting that train, which is your life, going that way 3 times a year. Okay, this train's going to slow down, stop, then it's going to go back so that you can jump in the plane or to jump in the train because you missed something. Your life is too busy. You're going left and right. You're doing things, you're prone to make mistakes, to make error. And then you need to bring clarification to some documentation. The people of the past come back to you so you can learn a little bit more to why they didn't talk to you for a while. You can reevaluate your possession. You can reevaluate your spiritual situation. When Mercury is retrograde, you're not going forward anymore. You're more apt to understand metaphysics and understand me because you can auto-analyze inwardly much deeper. Mercury is retrograde. So the universe and God doesn't want you to think forward. He wants you to think of the moment because your life is still going on. Excuse me, but also go back. Go back into your past. Go back into what happened to you. And take those examples as something you can use for the future. That's what Mercury is all about. Communication, transportation. So without Mercury being a retrograde, your washer dryer or your car will never break. I mean, you put a lot of people out of work. So each time you are suffering God's will or the cosmic code jurisdictions, instead of getting pissed off, understand that there is a message for you to gain. There is something very valuable, even priceless for you to gather, especially in my cosmic teachings. So be patient, understand the rules, respect the rules. You know, you have cops every single day forcing you to respect the laws written by men. I am the first cosmic cop teaching you how to respect universal rules. The US Department of Education will not allow me to go in our college university and speak to your kids, to teach them what science and religion stole from them in the name of ignorance, fear, greed, and control. No, there is a conspiracy. This is what it is. It's my work being bashed, being ridiculed, and all those corporations that owns those websites removing me and my articles. I have only you. You're my only hope. You're my only hope to reach your children. And those videos have to become viral. You've got to help me. Do your part. Be part of the solution. Don't just sit there and do nothing and enjoy my work selfishly, because that's not good karma for you. Every time you enjoy something and you learn something from me, you have to mention it. You have to talk about it. You have to become vocal. You have to become like me, a truth seeker willing to talk, to speak, to expose, so that vibrating at such a higher level can only bring you more people like me who have their own gift to share. Now, there is so much to talk about. There's so much valuable information out there. And I repeat myself, try to stay clear from anything that is conspiratorial. Again, doesn't mean conspiracy are just a product of David Icke or David Wilcock's imagination, but those guys, again, don't have cosmic consciousness. I don't, if they know about Mercury retrograde, is because they heard me on George Norrie, which I'm going to be again on Coast to Coast very soon. Okay. Or like David, getting all my books, understand everything about the moon, knowing everything about my UFO experiences, and then reinventing himself with my intellectual property. Excuse me. Mercury retrograde is affecting my vocal cord now, so I gotta make sure that I speak a little bit slower. Yeah, again, either they were born wealthy or landed on hundreds of thousands of people, all stimulated by the reptilians and greed, of course, to be who they are today. Okay, and not giving you any way out or any serious education that would allow you to control everything. If my cosmic wisdom was everywhere and replaced religion, so to speak, there'll be no chance for disagreement, for war, misunderstanding, or fears. And the reptilians will be kicked out of our local solar system. They're talking about going to Mars when they're actually the only thing they can do semi-safely is to send the Dragon X to the International Space Station, which is a spit away. It's next door. It's 200 miles away compared to the million miles out there that your human body and mind has to go through. It will never happen. But they need your money, remember. They need your money. Invest in me instead, believe me, because you only have one Mother Earth and you have no business living on Mars. You're not designed to do so. As I said earlier in previous uh, YouTube videos, it's like asking a fish to come and live with us. It's not designed by God to do so. You need to understand so much, and I am here to open the door so you can take this incredible cosmic voyage with me. And I guess I have to let you go now. We'll talk in a minute again. Okay. Bye bye.